What is up, Eastern Oregon? This is Dodzy, and this is your sports show for Tuesday, February 8th, 2021. Oh, man, this last weekend was crazy sports-wise. But before I get to that, let me tell you about Rockin' Sons Tire and Auto right here in LeGrand. East end of Adams. If you need tires, they got it. If you need your transmission flushed, they can do it. Anything vehicle-related, take it to JB and the boys. Rockin' Sons Tire and Auto right here in LeGrand. Anyways, back to this weekend. It was crazy. Union on Friday night. There was a fundraiser for my girl Jill McCraw. Both Union teams won. It was amazing. Over the weekend, Powder Valley upset Baker. It was crazy. Speaking of Baker, LeGrand boys and girls varsity go to Baker tonight and play the Bulldogs. It's going to be the two top teams in the GOL, both boys and girls. So let's go. Let's go. It's a great day to be a fighting Tiger. We need to get one of these back. Over the weekend, we saw the EOU women's basketball team split on the road, and we saw the men drop two. This weekend, Friday and Saturday at home, Evergreen State and Northwest University. Let's go, Mounties. Mount up. Also this last weekend, TJ Davis, man, he went off in the heptathlon. He got second place. He was in first going into the day two. Man, he tore it up. He already has the number one score in the NAIA, and he was competing against a bunch of D1 guys. So let's go, TJ. Nice job. Speaking of track and field, my guest for today, he's been tearing it up too ever since he became a Mountie. He's got school records. He's already qualified for indoor nationals. I'm sure he'll be qualifying for outdoor nationals as well. He's EOU track and field sprinter Cody Milmine. Here it is. Cody, what's up?
Nothing much. How you doing?
Did I say that name right? It's
Yeah.
kind of a tricky one. It's not like super hard, but I butcher people's names all the time.
Yeah, no, you nailed it.
All right. So you've been on the show once before, but it was like a whole bunch of athletes that qualified last year for nationals. Now we're getting close to national time for indoor. Obviously, last year was weird. What's your goals this year for as far as like indoor season?
I won an All-American. Last year I got 9th. I was like less than 100th of a second away from doing it. So I'm hoping this year I can do it in the 60.
Top eight? Top eight?
Yeah.
Top eight's all. How? Okay, so let's change it up a little bit first, and let's give the viewers a little idea of how'd you end up at EOU?
So my mom actually ran here. She graduated in 1998, I believe, or 97, something like that. And then I kind of wanted to. I'm from Wyoming, so I wanted to come kind of out to the Pacific Northwest, and I figured I would reach out to this school since my mom ran here and she loved it. So
your mom ran for Ben?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. What'd your mom run?
She was a sprinter as well. So
really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. I love to hear those kind of stories, man. Ben's been the coach for like, I think this is year 36 or something like that.
Yeah.
He's the longest tenured coach at EOU.
Really?
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah. He's like Father Time up there. It's crazy. He's been there for forever. So Wyoming high school. What other sports did you play?
I played football and then basketball up to my senior year, and I stopped playing basketball.
And then you just said, I'm fast. I'm going to focus on track.
Yeah, we were able to do an indoor track with another school, so I did that instead of basketball my senior year.
When did you know you were fast? Like, how old were you when you're like, dang, I'm fast?
I was always like kind of fast in middle school, but nothing like really that good. And then freshman year, my times were like I was like beating the seniors on my team, so I was like, I think I'm a little faster than I think I am.
Yeah, than average, a lot faster than average. And so you chose EOU because your mom came here and you like the Pacific Northwest. What are some differences between like growing up in Wyoming and then here?
Honestly, it's very similar. Both kind of like the small town feel, and where I'm at in Wyoming, there's mountains. So there's mountains here. It feels very similar. It's a little colder in Wyoming, but it snows more here, so it balances out.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Do you like outdoorsy type stuff?
I do in the summer. I don't like the cold, so
Me
wintertime I'm
neither,
usually locked
dude.
up. But
I hate the snow. I hate the cold.
yeah, I can't stand it.
No, me neither. You ask anybody that knows me, I complain about it all the time because it's just not fun, man. I don't like
No.
clearing my car off of snow. I don't like being cold. No,
Yeah,
nope. So indoors, when that wraps up, we go straight into outdoor, or is there a break?
there might be like a week break
And then
for
it's
like a little
just
one.
in outdoor, you run the 100, the 200, and the 4x1.
Yeah, and then usually like a 4x4 and sometimes the open 4, not too much, but every once in a while.
It just depends on the week and what you got going on. And
Yeah,
last year, outdoor, what'd you qualify in for nationals last year?
the 100.
The 100. Is
Yeah.
there a goal for the 200 for outdoor too this year?
Yeah, I'd like to qualify in both this year.
So this last indoor meet of the year, where's that at?
Spokane.
In Spokane, and you're hoping to hit at least the B mark in the 200.
Yeah.
Interesting. So when you run those, like, let's give the people watching a little insight. Like when you run those, like say at nationals, right? You don't run them on the same day, do you?
No, usually not. Usually it'll be like day one will be the preliminary rounds where everyone runs it. And then day two will be like the 200 prelims, or they might be on the same day. Prelims might be on the same day, and then there'll be another day dedicated for like the finals as well.
But then you wouldn't like have to go like say in indoor when you do that. You won't have to run the 60 finals and the 200 finals right back to back, will you?
No, there's a good break. The 200 is usually closer to the end of the meet, and the 60s actually towards the beginning. So there's quite a break.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you if you weren't a sprinter, track and field wise, what would you want to do? What event would you like to do?
Oh, I wish I knew how to pole vault. Pole vault's really fun to watch, and it looks fun to do.
Pole vault's scary, man.
It is. It looks terrifying, but
I've watched some of those blooper reels where people poles break and
yeah,
nah.
that's scary, but
Those guys that do the multis, man, that's a different breed.
crazy,
Yeah, yeah. So do you like pineapple on pizza?
I mean, I'll eat it, but I wouldn't order it.
You wouldn't order it?
Yeah.
Me neither. I think warm pineapple's gross. What's your favorite food?
Favorite food?
Yeah.
I don't know. I like creme brulee. It's more of a dessert, but
no, I need food. Like no. I need like food. Creme brulee. Come on, man.
Creme brulee is good though.
Oh, it is good. I
Um,
mean, if you're hungry and like you haven't eaten in a while and you're like, what's your go-to? Like,
probably like a chicken Alfredo.
oh man, they got really good chicken Alfredo next door.
Oh really?
Yeah, really good. It's on. I can't remember what day of the week they do different specials, but it's definitely good. I'll give it to them on that. So like as a sprinter, give me an idea of like a workout. Like what do you focus on? Like if you're in the gym, like you're working out, what's your main focus? Core? Is it? I mean,
there's kind of like different phases, I guess. During the fall when we're not competing, we try to build a lot of like strength, like just squats and power clean stuff like that. Now that we're in season, it's a lot more explosive stuff like clean and jerks and stuff like that. And always core. We always do core.
right. Is there, so like I was a pitcher in college, right? And the focus was always core, but then being long and lean, like because you don't want compact muscles when you're a pitcher because obviously you want whip, right? So you're not going to get a lot of whip with compact muscles. Is that similar in sprinting? Like, do you want long, lean muscles or do you want like compact? I mean, I see the guys, on TV and usually they're say like Justin Gatlin, right? He's more like muscular, but then you look at like Bolt, and Bolt's muscular, but he's like really long and really lean. What's the advantage? Like,
The like shorter, more compact people are usually more explosive. Like me, I'm pretty short. I'm like 5'8", and my start is the best part of my race.
okay,
Compared to like Usain Bolt, he's usually a little slower, but he finishes really well just because he's so long and his strides are so long.
okay. So it just depends on your body type, right? The taller
Yeah,
guys are usually leaner and longer, and then the shorter guys are more compact, and that would mean a faster start usually for a shorter guy, a more
for the
compact guy.
most part, yeah, yeah.
Interesting. I learned something today. That's cool. So when in a race, like say a 200, right? That's half of a lap, right, on a standard track.
Yeah.
Where would you rather run, on the inside or the outside or the middle?
I actually like the inside because it starts staggered, so I can see the people in front of me and I can chase them down. So
Yeah,
I like to
is
be on the
there
inside.
there's got to be an advantage to that, right? Like the outside guy, he's up in front of everybody, so he can't see anybody.
Yeah, yeah. That generally it just kind of helps me at least kind of maintaining speed and seeing where everyone's at. I can kind of gauge how good I'm doing.
How's that determined?
If it's like a finals race, they'll seed it so the fastest time is in the middle in lane 4, and then it like the next fastest is in 5, and then 3, and it like goes out and based on times. Prelims are, I don't know if there's any sort of reason to the prelims.
They just
Seems
kind
random
of
to
pick
me,
it.
but yeah.
So the fastest time gets the middle, but there's no advantage to being in the middle, is there?
I mean, not really. No, if you're like a good sprinter, then you'll be able to perform regardless of where people are next to
You're
you.
just gonna
So
close everything out and just run.
yeah,
Have you ever? Can you barter for lane position?
but
Can
no, I
you
don't think
like
so.
trade? Can you be like, hey man, I have the fastest time, but I want the inside.
No, I don't. I wish you could, but
Yeah, right. I mean, you'd think that the fastest time we get to choose,
true.
huh?
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
So academically, you're a senior. We talked about that, and
Mhm.
but competition wise, eligibility wise, this is your sophomore year.
Yep, this will be
So
my
you have
second
2
official
more
and second
years
unofficial.
after this,
Yeah,
and you already have the school record in what, the 60,
the 60. Yeah,
and you're chasing the school record in the 200 and the 100,
I have the indoor 200 as well, but
indoor
yeah,
200.
outdoor I'm chasing the 1 and the 2 for that.
Okay, so do you know who you're chasing?
Um, they're from a while ago, so
Oh, it's way back, huh?
yeah, they're pretty old records.
Oh, well, let's do it, man. I mean, why not? Right?
Yeah.
I'm all for it. So what about this field house? What, as a student athlete, what's that gonna how's that gonna change things for you?
It'll be really nice for athletes in especially track in the winter when we can't like go outside on the track. We're just kind of confined to a little room the size of like an auxiliary basketball gym where we do all of our winter training. So being able to have more resources like that during the winter will definitely help us.
Yeah, I know that little basketball gym very well. I played
Yeah.
a lot of basketball in that gym. It's crazy because the back in the days, the basket the auxiliary, the practice gym now, that used to be a pool.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah. And then the gym that you guys practice in was like the auxiliary like gym, the practice gym. So that's where like all the pickup games were
Yeah.
and intramurals and all that. With for you, like what do you want to do after school? Like what's your goals? What's your
Um,
plans?
I'm gonna go to grad school just to use up those last 2 years and work on a master's while I do it. Then after that, I'm not really too sure.
What are you going to school for?
Economics and business.
So you want to jump into the business sector in some way, shape, or form?
Yeah, somehow.
I'm glad. I'm kind of glad that you don't have that set in stone yet. You don't have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're young, man. Live your life and it'll come. You know what I mean? When it's time, it'll be time, and then you'll know. And I think people get too caught up in worrying about like what their future instead of being present in what's going on like right now, which is the most important thing.
Yeah, I totally agree.
If you had your choice, would you rather be stuck in a submarine in the bottom of the ocean or in a rocket up in outer space, stuck, like not knowing if you're ever going to be able to get out?
Um, I'm gonna go space.
Space? Why?
Yeah, I feel like you could still see things like planets and stuff, whereas the ocean's just black when you get down there.
Yeah, I don't know what I would choose.
Yeah, that's a
I
tough question.
I I love the ocean, but I don't like under the ocean.
Yeah,
Because there's a lot of weird stuff. I mean, we haven't even
yeah,
seen what some very small percentage of the ocean. Same thing with
yeah.
space, obviously. I mean, we haven't seen a lot of that. So let's hit one more time your goals. Let's what are your personal goals for the rest of this indoor season and then outdoor, and then what about the team goals too?
Um, for me, indoor probably, like I said, All American in the 60, and then qualify in the 200. Those are probably my two major goals. Outdoor, I want to be more consistent. I was really kind of up and down last year, and it wasn't really where I wanted to be. I ended really strong, but I started pretty bad. So I kind of want to be strong throughout the whole season, and
Okay.
then obviously qualify for nationals and that. And then as a team, we tied for the conference championship last year.
Yep.
So this year we want to win it, not tie for it.
Is that kind of weird because you guys obviously the don't all practice together? So is like
Right.
the team aspect of it kind of weird? Like because a basketball team they're together all the time, a
Hmm.
baseball team they're together all the time, football team they're together all the time, but track and field you guys don't even practice together.
Right. Yeah, it is kind of weird. But as we go to more meets, you get to know like the people from the other event groups a little bit better, and you can see them compete and actually see what they're doing at their practices. So as the season goes on, it gets a little less weird, I guess.
Yeah, a little less weird. That's
Yeah.
good. What about so there was a pretty major coaching change this year. You guys lost Rebecca Rhodes. Um,
Yeah.
who's the new coach for
Um,
Springs?
his name is Connor Bracken. He was a
Oh,
GA a
I know
couple years
Connor.
ago.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know. Okay. He does strength and conditioning for like lacrosse and I think a couple
Right.
other teams, and then he works down at Mamacita's. I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so
He's my
he's doing
manager at
sports
Mamacita's
now.
too.
Oh,
Yeah,
you work there?
I do. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Huh,
Yeah.
interesting. So your coach is your man. That's kind of weird too.
Yep.
That's a weird. What if you do bad at work?
He's pretty good at keeping it separate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I mean, you have to pretty much.
Yeah.
Cool. One more question, and I'll get you out of here. I'm a senior in high school, a sprinter. Recruit me to come run track at EOU.
Oh man. Everyone here is really good friends. We're a really tight knit group. It's really fun. Just going to practices is really fun. Going to meets is really fun. Um, and we all improve. I mean, our results show we tied for conference championship last year. We're going to win this year. There's really nothing wrong with it.
Nice. Eastern Oregon. He's EOU senior, but sophomore eligibility wise. Cody Milmine. I'm Dodzy. Cody, I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Cody. I appreciate you. Keep tearing it up, man. You're doing a great job. I love to see it. Mount up. None of this is possible without Rockin' Sons Tire and Auto. East End of Adams in LeGrand. It's the old Wendell's Corner. You can't miss it. It's on the right going out of town towards Union. If you need anything done to your vehicle, go see JB and the boys. Rockin' Sons Tire and Auto right here in LeGrand. Eastern Oregon. I appreciate you. That's all I got for you on a Tuesday. I'm Dodzy, and I'm out.